So this video is to help all of the pet people out there. Now, when you are brushing your dog, and now this is considered more like a drop combination coat. This is a wavy Portuguese water dog, so technically it is hair, but this will work so that we can get through, so that you guys can understand the best way of getting this done at home. So having the right tools helps. Now, I am always a huge fan of a good comb, one with wide tines and then narrow tines. A good slicker that's fairly firm. Things that aren't going to be as effective, something like this pin brush, while about 1 inch long in pins, for this particular coat, not going to be helpful. This is more for long show poodle coat, Briards, things like that, so a little bit too much. And something like this is a Lapooch slicker, and while it is a slicker, it's a little too firm. Sorry, I don't know if you can actually hear that. It's a really, really firm slicker and a little small. Like, look at my thumbprint in comparison. So the thing is that these two things wouldn't be as effective. So having the right tools really does matter. So we're going to take those out of the equation, and we are going to first start with our slicker. And when we are brushing with our slicker, it doesn't matter if you're brushing up or down, but that is what we want to do. Now, to be fair, there are no knots in this coat as of right now. But the thing is that as we look at this, what you want to end up doing is taking the leg. Now I have her just below her pastern, and I'm steadying that leg so that she's good. And then all we're going to do, and again, it doesn't matter if you slick her up or if you slick her down, we're going to get a line going. So you can see sort of that rough line that I have going, and we're going to slick her through. Now, do you hear how quiet that is? That is because there are no knots in this. If there were knots in this coat, it would actually sound like this. So your slicker will actually tell you if you're getting through the knots, okay? But the important part is that we can see the skin, right? And we're going to go line by line, all the way through that. Then once you have gone line by line through the coat with the slicker, you're going to take a comb, you're going to take the wide side, right? You're going to comb through. Again, you can either just go straight down and through, or you can do what groomers do, which is a little J shape, and that's really going to help you go through that coat, right? And then just to keep yourself honest, go to the narrow side and go through it as well. Now, it's very, very easy to brush the outside of legs or the body or her head that she's desperately trying to get in. But the thing is you want to make sure that you also then brush the difficult parts, like the inside of armpits, the backside of ears, right? Like, it's really easy to do this, but make sure that you're also getting the backside of those ears, right? The other part that a lot of people tend to have problems with is the tuck up of the dog, right? Now, to be fair, she's a very old dog, but the thing is again, we can go through first with our slicker. So, can you hear the difference? It gets quite a bit quieter over here, right? So then we go to the wide side of our comb, and we go through, and then we go to the narrow side just to make sure to keep us honest. Now, I am putting my hand flat against the skin so that I'm combing against something, and then ultimately myself. Now, if you do run into a knot, you want to, what do you call that? You want to find that knot, hold the knot between your fingers and your thumb, and then you want to work through it, right? And then you can come back, slick her through to make sure that you got all the way through it, and then double check with your comb again. And those simple steps, if you do it all the time with something as simple as, sorry, I have to move the dog, the comb and your slicker, using these two things, brushing 5 minutes every day, and keeping really honest with yourself by really making sure that you're using that narrow side of your comb. Using those two things, you'll have nothing but success. Good luck, guys.